What's going on, everyone? Thanks for checking out the video and welcome back to Rawleigh Outdoor Adventures. On this one, I'm in the Wipers Valley building a survival camp with Rusty. I'm in a secluded spot that I've been keeping to myself for a good while now, and I'm finally ready to start building and prepping because I think it's not popular and I don't think it's going to get overrun when the season starts turning better. So I'm going to be out here building a survival camp. We're going to get a fire pit built, we're going to get a shelter going, and hopefully get some good food cooking up. So stick around while we get this thing built. So here is the gear sled. This is everything we're bringing on this trip. This bag right here contains my food, extra clothing, and the tools I'm going to be using. I've got a bed for Rusty because I don't want him sleeping in the snow. I've got a tarp and a fire blanket. I've got a snow shovel. I've got one large pot, a hammer, some tie-offs for Rusty, big bin of food for Rusty. This is my camera gear bag. Got some tie-offs for the dog, tools, axes, some stuff for making coffee down in here. Pretty basic stuff. We're gonna go find a good spot out that way. Alright, well this looks like a fairly decent spot to make a camp, so no cheating. And yeah, I think this'll do. This looks like it's gonna be a pretty good spot. We're a fair distance away from the Jeep now, so yeah, we can't really crawl back there in a hurry. We've been walking for about 10-15 minutes, so we're a fair distance away. But yeah, we probably gonna set up camp just behind me here. Looks like a fairly good spot. There's a downed tree nearby, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of that for some bushcraft. And I saw something that looked like a pile of wood. This is a used area quite frequently, so I'm hoping someone might have abandoned something. Really hoping that that is a source of firewood for me, so I don't have to work too hard to be able to heat. But yeah, let's figure out what we're gonna do with camp, figure out what we're gonna do with fire, and yeah, we'll go from there. So, looks like there's a tree here. It's just kind of covered up by snow. But it goes all the way down to that live stuff over there. I'm kind of thinking that this guy here, with how live it is going to be too wet to burn. But that makes it pretty good building materials for me. This would be a good ridgepole. It's kind of why I decided to set up where I did. Because this is going to be a very solid piece for me to be able to build with. As well, got all the access to these green boughs over here without really having to go too far. This will be a good start to the shelter roof. We're gonna get to dealing with this beast and then start setting up a shelter. So I did bring a bed for Rusty, so we're gonna set this up because I don't want him having to lay in the snow and get all cold and chilled. It's one of the big luxury items that I brought, but it's not for me, it's for Rusty. There you go, buddy. Rusty. Good boy. There you go. Yes, over there. Yeah, good boy. Good boy, yeah. Yeah. Nope, no eating poop, okay? I was looking around and I actually found a fire pit. We've been walking around for a pretty good amount of time. Just looking around for some kind of stone, but I know that people camp around here frequently. I found this, so we're gonna pick up a bunch of stones and we're gonna haul it back to where we're setting up our little bushcraft site. Good boy. Gonna haul it back to where we're doing our little bushcraft site, and we'll have a fire pit. So we're pretty lucky to be able to find a good source. So I'm gonna start picking this up and we'll haul it back. Good boy. All right, well, that should do for now. If I need any more, I'll come back to this spot. It's fairly easy to find for me, so it didn't take too long to locate it. I'm gonna haul this stuff back, hopefully find some firewood, and then we'll build a fire pit and get a fire going so we can warm up. Oh, okay, that's heavy. Look at that. Beautiful. It's currently about -12, but as long as I keep moving, I'm pretty much okay in my thermal layer and my hoodie. But the second I stop moving, man, do I ever get chilly. But I'm walking over to where I thought I saw wood, and I'm very happy to say that we were successful. I did find some stuff. I was hoping it was more, but you get what you get. It's a lot more than I had, so I'm gonna get this back to camp and build that fire pit and get a fire going. So let's get after it. So my primary focus right now is getting that fire pit built and getting a fire going. I need to have a very good fire pit that has a nice reflector wall on it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna build that. It's my #1 priority right now. Once we're finished getting the fire going and established, we'll get a shelter and then we'll be laughing. Oh, so I got my nice little knee pad here. It's just one of those little hunting heated seats, but it really makes doing stuff in the winter a lot easier. My knees don't get soaked. I'm a lot more comfortable, so it makes just tasks a lot easier. So it is one of those pieces of kit that I always do try to take out. When it comes to creating a fire in these crazy conditions, crazy being cold, wet, nasty, and you have minimal amounts of gear, fire preparation is really important. You want to make sure that you have all your steps completed properly, so that way your fire is more guaranteed to start up. Right now I'm making little tinder sticks. Basically we're just gonna fan everything out and really try to make sure that we keep everything attached to the stick, because I'm going to set it down in there and it's going to really help pick everything up. So I call them feather sticks. They're really easy to make, but they're very helpful. We're also creating a lot of little bits of chips of we're also creating a lot of chips and stuff and little shavings, which will really help get the fire going. The smaller the better when it's the beginning. Oh, right now it's still -12. I'm starting to feel it now that I'm just kind of sitting here shaving down this wood, but it's okay. Oh, we're gonna have a fire going soon enough. I didn't think it was going to be snowing, but currently it is snowing, so that's a fun treat. But we're able to really get this going. Fire preparation is one of the more key things that you need to make sure you're looking after when you're in a survival situation. If you don't prepare properly and you only have a limited amount of matches or fuel or whatever, char cloth even, you want to make sure that you're doing everything. Hey. You want to make sure you're doing everything that you can do to maximize your success. Like not having your dog walk away with a feather stick. Proper preparation out here definitely improves your odds of succeeding, especially when you don't have much going in the terms of ignition source. Really happy to have gotten that new Jeep. It was an absolute pleasure to drive out here. Finally was able to get a Bush adventure vehicle and no longer need the Subaru, so very happy to be back in full capacity, able to go everywhere that I want to go and adventure as much as I want. I'm really happy to have that back. It's a 2007 Jeep Wrangler. It's very low mileage, but it's got a bunch of off-road upgrades. It's got a microchip for doing rock crawling. It's got all kinds of fun stuff that really just makes the experience so much better. It's got a wonderful sound system that's stock. I'm just really quite happy to have something that's good for the bush. We got that 4-wheel drive, 4 doors. I'm not complaining. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of that beautiful vehicle as we go into the season here. We have a lot planned. I'm doing a 3-day backpacking trip with Rusty. We're doing 75 kilometers on the Johnson Canyon Backpackers Loop. We're doing, I think it's around 1,600 meters of elevation gain. It's just gonna be absolutely wild. I'm really excited for that trip. My wife and I, we're going on a paddling trip. We're doing Lake Minnewanka this year. We've got all kinds of stuff coming for you guys, and I am excited to be able to share it with you. Oh yeah, this one's gonna feather up really nice. I think it's gonna be a big year for content though. Big year for content making. There are a lot of plans to get out and have a lot of adventures, and I wanna share them all with you guys because, well, you're here, right? You like the stuff, so if you like it, I'm gonna keep making it. Oh. All right, that's looking beautiful. It's all nice and dry. This wood is actually quite dry. I was surprised to see how dry it was. There we go. So that'll do good. Okay, so we have our nice little tinder pile here. I think we'll be sitting pretty. So let's get this thing sparked up. Got my little fire starting kit here. Put that just off to the side. And then, oh yeah, that homemade fire starter, that is just killer. It's just too good. What we're also gonna do is we're gonna take this flat piece of wood here. We're just gonna create a little base for everything to sit on. I'm just gonna take a couple chunks of this stuff. It's good and saturated, so it should keep us in business. Let's get this thing fired up. I'm getting cold. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, it's kicking off. Get this closed really quick so I don't lose anything. We're just gonna get this tinder bundle nice and close. Get everything built up. Beautiful. And now we're just gonna layer some of this wood we chopped up. I think we're gonna be just fine, guys. gonna be just fine. We do have flame on the one side. Pull this off and give you some view. I'm gonna try to let it breathe a bit. But I think we are successful with all the preparations we made. Let's start stacking some wood so we can get a nice base going here. It's thick, but we're almost there. Yes, I'm through. Woo! That was hefty. Hey, buddy. Nice, that's stable. Well, looks like we have our little survival shelter here. It's pretty small, pretty tight quarters, but it's kind of a good thing because I'm gonna have the blanket here. I'm gonna have Rusty, and I'm gonna lean up against this wall here. I'm gonna have Rusty right here, and I'm gonna watch that fire. I'm gonna have the blanket over top of us and all my winter gear. And this is gonna be the discomfort, but we have a shelter. It's not the worst, it's not the best. It'll do for a night. Fire's been going strong. That wood that I found has been lasting quite a long time. I do have a very small pit, so I can only fit so much in it, which is a very good thing. So I'm not burning through wood at an alarming rate. I'm gonna hang out for a while. Rusty looks like he wants some love. So we're gonna chill. I need a break from all the work. I'm gonna water down, and then we'll see about getting some food going. Oh, I need some more small stuff to keep the fire going strong. The big stuff is good for keeping the fire going, but to really have heat generating, I need to bring some of this down to size. Right now this is definitely survival shelter-esque. It would not be the most comfortable thing to sleep in, not even by a long shot, but that's kind of not the purpose of it. It's for survival, not comfort. So I'm gonna be sleeping up against this. Oh, this here. Rusty, come in. Rusty, come in. Good boy. Come on. And Rusty goes right here. Well, whenever he gets used to it, he'll lay down. I have a big blanket, and if I needed to, I'd be able to tarp it over us, and we'd be able to keep each other warm. And I have the fire here, and my butt rest, and all of that. So if we did need to use this little shelter, I do think we'd be okay. But we do have to make some improvements and start actually building something. So I really want to get something going around here that's a proper bushcraft build. It's been a while since I've done anything like that. So this spot is the beginning of something, hopefully. So the fire's burning down, and I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna throw some sausages on the fire in a nice cast iron pan. We're gonna enjoy some food now that all the work of the day is done, and we'll put the fire out. We're gonna call it a day. That'll do. Oh. Looks like we have some finished sausages here. Man, they are sizzling. And I realized I didn't have anything to really put them in, so they're in the pan still. So that's a good time. And Rusty's getting a sniff of those. Yeah, buddy, you can have one. Just let them cool down. They're hot as heck. I'm starving. This is in fact the first food I've had today. So I'm quite happy to be having it. Oh yeah, that is the stuff. Oh, you want some? There you go, buddy. Oh yeah, that's good. It's charred up too. I like that. So pretty much the plan today was to come out to this secluded spot that I found and look for a good spot to build temporary bush camp, survival camp. So that's what we're out here doing today. So I wanted a fire pit, wanted a shelter, wanted to cook some food over the fire. You know how it goes. This is a pretty unused area of the Wipers Valley. So I'm hoping that nothing gets torn down and taken and that kind of thing. But if it does, it does. Oh well. But my hope is that the stuff that I'm building is going to stay here and we can build up on it in the future. But if not, I'll have to go deeper. I'll have to go further and look around more. It took me a while to find this spot, but you know, people are exploring this area a lot more lately, so if I'm pushing out to find new spots, so are other people, so it's probably only a matter of time until someone finds this. But hopefully I'm able to find something and kind of get a cool little bushcraft shelter established out here. I'd really like to be able to do that. Our last bushcraft shelter that we did a few years ago didn't last too long. It kind of collapsed under a bunch of snow weight, so we're gonna have to rethink that for the next one. This year we have a ton of stuff planned that I'm so excited about. Rusty and I are doing a 3-day backpacking trip on the Johnson Canyon Backpackers Loop. We're doing 2,000 meters of elevation gain, 75 kilometers. It's going to be so fun. 3 days, 2 nights, lots of camping and adventuring, backpacking. That's a trip I'm looking forward to. Make sure you stay tuned for that one. My wife and I are doing a paddling trip this year. That's going to be super fun. We haven't been on one in years together. We're doing an overnight trip on Lake Minnewanka, so that'll be super fun. Got a ton of hikes planned this year. Just all kinds of content coming out. I'm very excited. You guys should be excited. Make sure you smash on that subscribe button to make sure you're following the channel so you get all the updates of the sweet adventures we're going to be getting up to this year. Oh yeah. The purpose of this trip was to establish a survival shelter and a fire pit, which we have down there, and to enjoy some food and to hang out with my dog in nature and just enjoy the day. And we got some stuff established. We're in a really remote part of the Wipers Valley. Not a lot of people come here, so I'm hoping that this structure is still standing when we come back to add to it, build on, and all that kind of stuff. But now I know that it is probably a pretty good spot to build. So hopefully we get some bushcraft stuff coming, but look for all that other content that I was telling you about. It's going to be a busy year, but I'm going to get my kit all packed up and we're going to hit the road. we're all situated in the Jeep. We are just letting everything warm up at this point. Rusty is good and cold. He's kind of shaking a bit. I've got a Gatorade and a snack, so I'm gonna enjoy that. We're getting out of here. Thanks so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate the support. You guys are the reason I keep coming out and making videos, so make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Alright guys, until next time, I'll catch you later.